What's going on, guys? Going to do a quick market update today. So we did have a great pop in the morning and then kind of sold off and consolidated as we waited for Nvda after hours. We saw some short covering towards the end of the day, but the real move we've been waiting for came after hours with Nvda. And I definitely had a feeling Nvda was going to pop on earnings given the call flow. 131 million to the call side and only 31 million to the put side, as well as another order we saw in the Discord, which I'll show in a second. This SPX order was above ask, 4.5 million on weeklies and out of the money. So I, alerted everyone in the Discord that Nvda could pop these, and I'm excited to see where those open tomorrow. I didn't swing them just because it is a high risk play, but it gave me the direction that I thought the market was going to go. So I avoided going short on the market. But Nvda up 5% after hours. Didn't really want to play this though, just was worried about IV crush, especially with a name like this. You see, Tesla get IV crushed all the time on earnings. So a lot of eyes on this one, but we're seeing the market pop very well. SoFi up on the day. So, obviously it was down to 25.66, and we've been watching this one closely. One thing you can always do when SoFi is selling off, and one thing I should have done is I should have sold a put on SoFi, because I honestly did want to buy it around that 24, 23 range. And obviously, this premium sucks, but if you went out to like December 5th and you just wanted to open this up, you could collect like $60. And if you get assigned, well, you get to buy it where you want. And if not, you get a free $60. So it's always something you can do. I should have thought about doing that a little bit sooner, because now these premiums aren't going to be as good tomorrow. You can always sell calls, but obviously with the market bouncing, be careful, because you don't really want your shares to get called away unless you do, but I would just be a little more careful with that. But SoFi, nice bounce. I was looking to buy SoFi on this retest, given, the market was selling off and I kind of thought we were going to go lower. But Nvda saved the day. But I really thought this would be a great retest. I've been watching this one for a while. But we pretty much tested just below previous month value area low and around previous month low and got a nice bounce. So I didn't add to my SoFi position. I didn't want to over leverage myself. And yeah, it was fine just holding this one and just waiting for the market to do its thing. But a healthy pullback in the overall market is looking good for some opportunities heading forward. We'll definitely see how we do tomorrow. I believe we have some jobs data coming out, so that'll definitely move the market. We'll see if we open and gap up and go, or if we kind of come back down and retest. Obviously it's just off Nvda earnings right now, so hopefully the market doesn't give it back, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Let's check out the SoFi flow for the day. So 2 million to the call side. They still are buying SoFi. A lot of people, when SoFi was selling off, were saying this is going to 15. SoFi is not going to be included in the S&P 500, which that could happen. SoFi might skip this year on the S&P 500, and it could be 2026. But we're up on the position. SoFi is still a great company. Whether they're in the S&P 500 this December or not. That is more so if SoFi is going to pump towards the end of the year to that $40 price target. That would, I believe, would need to have the S&P 500 inclusion to hit $40 by the end of the year. And that's mainly what I'm saying for that. But you're seeing, $1 million orders in the money, of course, but people are still buying this dip on SoFi. I don't think SoFi is going to break the 12-month value area high level. I don't think they're going to come down, this low. Some people were even saying $15. I don't see that happening. But we'll see. We really want to see SoFi, break back above this trend line. It could easily just reject that. If we go on the daily here, you pretty much, we have a fair value gap to fill up at 31, but we need to see this thing not reject this trend line. So that's what I'll be monitoring tomorrow. Let me know if you guys got in Nvda or SPY or any of, swung any calls on Nvidia's earnings. I'd be curious to know. I don't think we have any real news on SoFi, just a lot of people talking about the bounce and, buying the dip on SoFi. So yeah, I don't think anything's really come out. This pop is all on Nvda, kind of relief rally, and that's where we're at right now. So I'll definitely be looking to add SoFi at those lows. Might be looking to add calls given the call flow, but still just riding my leaps right now. Not really worried about SoFi in the short term. So please like and subscribe and have a good one.